It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. And tonight, it'll be the Houston Rockets going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, on the road they know this is a winnable game, but it won't be easy. A quality team with their home fans behind them, always a tough challenge to overcome. And DeMarcus Cousins, one of the big names in the game tonight, a dynamic talent, but can be a loose cannon at times. Is he his own worst enemy at times on the floor?
Yeah, he's way too prone to getting texts and getting tossed from the games. Too talented to let himself get kicked out that often. Come on, cuz.
Well, I'll tell you, all of the kicking out, all of the struggle mentally at times, this guy's talent is unmatched at his position. If you match that talent with a slightly better attitude, he may be one of the all-time greats. You don't think so?
Huh?
Okay. Might be one of the all-time greats. I'm just saying. Attitude plus talent, all-time great.
You might as well end it. Go ahead and end it.
Yeah. Time now
Superman would be in the building.
Time now for tip-off. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
The Rockets play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Houston, Texas. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And, of course, Patrick Beverly. Even without him over the short term, they've really come together and are playing some pretty good basketball.
And his fans, teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all that he's brought to the table. But I like what the trade does for them. I bet it helps them right off the bat, not to mention in the long term.
Let's quickly get a pregame update from David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Alvin Gentry.
Well, Kevin, he said defensively their main priority is going to be preventing points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. That's what'll hurt us. He wants them playing a very physical brand of D down low. We'll see if they got the message. Kevin?
Thank you, David. In a rivalry game here, Brent, between these two conference foes, we could see tempers flare in this one.
What always starts a rivalry, Kevin? Is it familiarity with one another?
I think so, sure. The more you play, the more you know.
Yep, well, we got that here tonight. So these guys don't like one another. We're going to see how tense this game is. We'll have a good gauge on the temperature of these teams.
Familiarity is a big word in these kind of matchups.
It is. It's a lot of syllables, too.
Yeah, a lot of vowels. Now, here's Ariza. Anderson, a screen on Rondo. Passes to Anderson. It's Ariza on the wing. Off target from three-point range. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Davis is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Hill. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard. Paul outside. Outside for Nene. Gordon outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, the point's not hard to come by for them, that's for sure. I'd have surrendered too if I was trying to defend against that potent attack.
Paul outside. Inside, Nene. And Nene with the stuff.
Put that pass right on target. Way to get your teammates involved.
Here's New Orleans. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Yes, that goes in. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
That play was all about AD and his hustle. Just a great job snagging that board and dropping it in.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Gordon against Holiday, and Anderson slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Holiday. Outside Rondo. Cousins with a screen on Gordon. Rondo kicks to Cousins. Cousins missing again.
Well, he really T-Rexed that one, guys, short-arming it. He should have taken more time to make sure he was comfortable shooting.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Fearless, despite the size mismatch, took it right to him.
And I think it's safe to say at this point that Chris Paul is one of the all-time greats at that point guard position. Just so strong in his ability to lead a team both offensively and defensively. And you know, you get everything you want from him as a lead guard. I mean, he's not afraid of the big moment. Also willing to be that vocal leader that you often need at times. Let's see if ultimately he can be rewarded with a chance to play for a championship.
2 points. That one goes.
Well, he has a great ability to lead his man with the pass. Puts him in great position to score.
Kicks to Anderson. And it's Gordon penetrating.
Well, Eric Gordon coming off that big contract which ended last season. Injuries have just plagued his entire career. Still trying to find a season where he can play all 82 games.
And Eric Gordon, a good outside shooter. Not quite as explosive as he once was, though, getting to the rim.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Kevin. He's lost a little bit of that burst. Of course, at 6'4", he gives up a little bit of height at the shooting guard position, but still effective in scoring the ball.
The free throw drops for Gordon. The Pelicans making a switch here. Ashik's checked in. And he can't hit the second.
Alvin, one of the best in the league at drawing up plays to free up a shooter. He's been doing that his whole career.
Outside Rondo. Holiday against Gordon. 5 to shoot. And there it is for him. 6 points here for Cousins. And Brent Gentry usually leads the league or is right at the top of it in terms of points out of timeouts for coaches.
Well, it may sound like a silly stat, Kevin, but you think about it, when it is that coaches call these timeouts, usually they're either losing momentum or the other team is, and to come back with a play that gets you an efficient, good look at the basket for a score, that's impressive stuff.
And the basket by Hill.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Isn't that a rock and roll band? They need to be up in his jersey. It'd be a bad idea to let him get going and get hot early like that.
And so here is Houston following the score by New Orleans and stolen by Cousins. Baseline J on the way. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Paul outside. Dishes to Ariza. In the corner, it's Gordon. Nene, the pass to Ariza. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Rondo. Paul with the steal. Releases from 15. Poked away. Anderson dishes to Ariza. Yep, it counts.
And he's shooting the ball very well, in addition to creating for both himself and his teammates out there on a roll.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
And Trevor Ariza, one of the more consistent 3-and-D wings. Seems like he puts up pretty much the same numbers, Greg, every season.
Yeah, Kevin, a little bit of what you see is what you get. The difference I saw in him last year, though, although subtle, was the dip in number of assists and rebounds. The one thing Ariza has to guard against is getting too comfortable floating to that three-point line.
Now here's Paul, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. So they take the lead. Anderson's got 5 now.
Well, outstanding high percentage perimeter shot from Anderson. Once he releases that one, you know it's going in.
Cousins with it. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Paul outside. Anderson a screen on Rondo. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Gordon. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Takes it from 10. That's good from Ariza on the assist by Paul. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pelicans trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Holiday. Here's Cousins. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And they say it's a players' league. How much do you think, Brent, does coaching make? Kind of difference does it make in the NBA compared to other leagues? And how much is it motivating players, the main job of a coach?
Some of the best coaches in our league, Kevin, aren't really the X's and O's guys that can draw up a play in the timeout. It's about massaging the character of your team, being able to take the pulse of your team and the temperature of your team. Yeah, and during the right times during the season, be able to activate maybe your brain in a different way and get you out of the monotony of what an 8-month season is about. So some of the more creative minds in our game are not the X's and O's guys, but the ones who try to do a little something different just to tweak you, to keep you engaged and make sure they get the best out of you.
Great insight. Here's Paul, following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Anderson a screen on Holiday. Gordon kicks to Anderson. 3-pointer. That doesn't go either for Ariza.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And stolen by Gordon. And even 3-on-3 break. It's stolen by Rondo. And now it's Rondo running all the way. Here he goes. Lays it in off the breakaway. Rondo's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
No reason to wait. That was all his from the get-go.
Now here's Paul. Boy, that win against the Kings. He's another guy who really showed up to play. Anderson kicks to Paul. Just 4 to shoot. Rondo with the steal. 4-on-3 break. The wide open look here for Holiday. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 3 assists tonight. Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Paul kicks to Nene. To the inside. Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Well, both O's are executing at very high levels, but it's early. We'll see if that continues.
Now here is Holiday. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Well, what helps that out a lot is he got to the free throw line, which was a real game changer. It slowed down the opposition's momentum and made them play to his team style.
Rockets have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Paul passes to Ariza. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one at the line is good. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. And the Pelicans have targeted what they call young veterans, guys who know the league but are still going into their prime.
Yeah, you think about names like Drew Holiday, Tyreek Evans, maybe even Omir Ashik. Of course, those players have commanded some big contracts to this point, and you like to see them healthy enough for the coaching staff to determine whether or not this group of players is going to work together and what their ceiling might be.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Last game for Houston, they picked up the win against Sacramento.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, offensively, they got all the momentum behind them, got the D on the ropes, and they just kept throwing haymakers.
It's stolen by Capella. Moore against Brown. And Mbamute kicks it to Tucker. And the dunk by Capella.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And then uses his explosiveness once he's gathered the rebound to throw it down.
Here's Brown following the score by New Orleans. Capella dishes to Mbamute. 6 to shoot. Brown kicks to Mbamute. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Mbamute with the steal. Count it.
Nice unselfish dish there, right where his teammate could do something with it.
The Pelicans trail. Swiped away. Now, here's Tucker. D right on him. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Moore. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Thompson kicks to Ashik. Feeds it to Moore. Just 5 to shoot. And then Ashik with the dunk.
Ashik with 2 of the easiest points of his season right there.
Houston's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Here's Tucker. The kick out to Brown. Shoots from the baseline. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the New Orleans Pelicans.
And when you look at the Rockets, I mean, plenty of offense, but last year there was a huge drop-off defensively. And given this team's lofty goals, that really flies right in the face of that old adage, defense wins championships.
That free throw, no good. And talking about how the Rockets are structured, they do have some players on the roster, Greg, who can play defense. It's a wonder they've been so bad at that end.
I mean, the problem with defense, though, Kevin, is that it takes all 5 guys to buy in. You have to have a level of trust on the floor, and that happens for the Rockets only once in a while, which is why they give up an insane number of points to their opponents.
All these days, teams have really gone away from offensive rebounding, transition defense, such an imperative.
Well, I think Greg Popovich started it off in San Antonio, and then Doc Rivers adopted it in Boston for many years, because the numbers will tell you the percentage chances of grabbing an offensive rebound for your basketball team are not very good. And if you take those kind of risks, calculated as they might be, it's a disadvantage for you to get back in transition and set up your defense. So a lot more teams adopting the 4-back and 1 take a chance at the offensive rebound mentality.
Part of that analytics contribution we're talking about before. Things like that point those things out before.
Yeah, and the numbers aren't lying.
Right, exactly. Pelicans trail by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Thompson, left side. From deep. Rebounded by Capella. Brown outside. Here's the screen. Here's Tucker. The dish to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Moore. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Thompson from long range. Hits it from 3-point range. .11 seconds left in the first quarter. To the inside. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Well, good hand-eye coordination, but he could only get the deflection very close.
Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Moore with the steal. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Rockets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Houston, Texas. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because when our bench comes in, more often than not, if we're losing, they're going to get us the lead. And if we have the lead, they're going to increase the lead. And it's fun to watch because everybody cheers for each other, too.
When your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Yeah, swinging the ball around until they get a great look. That's how you pile up the assist totals and keep your coach happy.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Clint Capella. E.J. Tucker is out there with Luke Mbamute. Then there's Brown. Mbamute, the pass to Capella. Mbamute dishes to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Here's Brown. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Hill's checked in. And the Pelicans shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Here's Davis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. You can talk about franchise players, but Brent, Anthony Davis is the total package.
Well, he does it all on the court, Kevin, and we're always reminded that he did play some point guard in high school. Imagine that. So it's not just that. He is a humble kid, a hardworking kid. He connects with his teammates and the community, and they rave about his character off the court. So you got it all with Anthony Davis.
And it's tied up with that one. And you look at Anthony Davis's offensive game, a very capable ball handler. But you know what, Brent? He scores best playing off the ball sometimes, catching and making plays inside.
Well, I love his decision-making right there in that instance because he rarely takes bad shots. Maybe one of the most underrated parts of his game is that he just doesn't turn the ball over very much. And for a high usage rate guy, that's impressive stuff.
And there's the feed to Tucker. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Cousins, no good.
Well, the D wasn't awful, but it wasn't stifling either. He really should have made that shot.
That's a 2 from Gordon. The Rockets with another miss.
His team is counting on him to knock down looks like that. He has to mess with your confidence a little bit.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. To the right side. And Mbamute kicks to Brown. Here is Hill. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Cousins with the bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Moore against Brown. Over to the wing. Pass to Gordon. To stop the run. And the rejection by Cousins. Moore against Brown. Moore passes to Cousins. Off on the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Gordon dishes to Capella. Doesn't go for him. Great tee that time from Davis. New Orleans leading by 5. Thompson from long range. Can't get it to drop. Made 3. Missed 2 from the field. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And look, the Pelicans are a solid offensive team. That's not where the problems have been. One of the best teams in the league as far as taking care of the basketball.
And the Pelicans above average in their three-point percentage. They'd like to get even better there.
Well, when you have a star that's going to command a massive amount of attention in Anthony Davis, you need to space the floor with shooters and make sure that those guys are consistent in their spot-up game. I think that's how they take the next step, is at that end of the floor.
The first one falls. Houston making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Capella. Anderson comes in for Mbamute. And Paul's subbed in for Brown. New Orleans also making some changes. Drew Holiday is checked in for Hollis Thompson. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Moore. He's perfect from the line this time. Brett, when you played, you were known for your passing a point forward. Much of the time, it seems that ball movement has really become paramount for the best offenses in the NBA. Would you agree?
I absolutely agree, and I love the fact that you would classify me as a forward.
You could play
forward,
any position.
Guard, wing,
you could play
wing.
4 positions.
It's a positionless game nowadays.
And you were the
read articles.
And you were positionless in so many ways.
Sometimes the coach positioned me on the bench.
Unjustly. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Houston making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Rockets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Taking 2 shots. Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Nene. And for a team with as much talent as the Rockets have had over the last few seasons, the results have been pretty mixed.
Yeah, and look at the club's recent rosters. I mean, they've been filled with a couple mega stars than everyone else. At some point, you have to look past all the individual stuff and make the commitment as a team to play for each other. Unselfish, fundamental basketball.
New Orleans in the lead. Outside Rondo. Outside Davis. And Holiday kicks to Davis. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Paul outside. He kicks it to Gordon. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ariza. It's good. This game is all even. Ariza's got 12.
Incredible assist there from Gordon. Just an awesome job getting his teammates involved in that play.
Outside Holiday. Pass to Cousins. Shoots from 12. Second chance shot. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Screen by Cousins. Davis with a screen on Ariza. And the basket by Hill.
Firm screen set by Davis there. That got his teammate a great look at the rim.
And for Houston, they're shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Chris Paul is still in search of his first NBA title. He said he used to think about it as a personal goal. But then he said at some point it clicked and became, we're going to do this. I think all of us are at that point. It's clear he's invested in this team. He said there's no question this is where I want to be. I want to win. Here. Kevin?
All right, thanks, D.A. He's got talent around him for sure. Here's Davis following the basket by Chris Paul.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Back to Anderson. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Holiday. It's rebounded by Houston. Nene's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Anderson. Poked loose. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Houston.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Outside Holiday. Holiday with another miss. Rockets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Gordon the pass to Ariza. Nene with the screen on Hill. Ariza kicks to Nene. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Davis. And after a playoff appearance in 2015, a lot of optimism for the Pelicans coming into last season. Brent, it didn't play out that way, though, because of all the injuries.
Yeah, those injuries were just nasty for the Pelicans, but they've got Anthony Davis, a system that mirrors the way the league is going, a flexible 5 where they want to get up and down the floor. What they need is just some good luck in terms of the health of their basketball team.
And this is where you start to see the wear and tear. The season take its toll, Brent. Players start getting tired legs, and little injuries begin to crop up.
And this is where opportunities for guys who are a little bit deeper on the bench may crop up. And so the coach's job is to make sure that their confidence is there, that they're ready to go, and when called upon as a player, you're ready to deliver.
That's a good answer. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul. Omer Asher, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And clearly, he's in a lot of pain. They call time, and the trainer's going to get a chance to go out and check him over. See some numbers here on Nene. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. He's putting up 13 points a game, 16 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with this play here of late.
Outside Rondo. Hill kicks to Asik. It's back to Hill. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Ball against Rondo. Anderson outside. Baseline jumper. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Okay, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
And it's Rondo in the corner. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month. In third, the Rockets.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Paul kicks to Gordon. Paul outside. Down low, Nene. No good, shot missing. And New Orleans will come the other way.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Holiday dishes to Rondo. Pick up by Hill. Outside Holiday. Nene pulls it in. Nene's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
It's good. And that's now 7 points for Chris Paul.
That's an efficient trip down the floor for them, able to finish in tight.
Rondo passes to Diallo. He dishes it to Holiday. Out to the right wing. The pass to Rondo. Clock at 4. To stop the drought. Wow, way off on that. Houston leading by 3. Gordon kicks to Nene for 3. Asik pulls it in. Asik's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. On the wing, Hill. Ariza covering. Oh, he got hacked on the 3-pointer. He'll head to the line. Pelicans shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Free throw drops for Hill, and the Pelicans making a change here. Tupan's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
And right there, you can see the time that's put in at the free throw strike.
And here is Paul. He has 7. Passes to Anderson. Inside. The shot by Paul, no good.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
The only way you're going to challenge him in that situation, You have to attack with more power.
8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early. And Rajon Rondo, really one of the purest point guards over the last decade. When you're talking about assists, I mean, he's a guy with the ball in his hands is very effective at making decisions for the offense, dictating pace. And when he plays off the ball, especially as a spot-up shooter, that's when problems can arise, but he knows how to move without the ball and always seems to find himself in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. That one good for 2. And for Rondo, somewhat of a resurgence last season, gained back much of the confidence he had lost after his tumultuous time in Dallas.
Yeah, I felt like Rondo felt appreciated last year, and there's no substitute for having the support of your team. This is a proud individual, and we're talking about a big-time game.
Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got 14 points for the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Thompson, he's checked in for New Orleans. To Diallo. He feeds it to Rondo. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Chris Paul. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. 2nd in assists, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league and 3-point shooting.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Now here's Anderson. 9-point game his last outing. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the second quarter. And there's the call on Nene. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. And Bahamute comes in for Ryan Anderson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Brown in for Paul. And the Pelicans also making a change. Morris checked in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Ashit. 8 points his last outing. And Tucker kicks to Capella. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
That free throw, no good.
The team just cannot get into a groove from the free throw line. It's a common problem for them.
So he comes up empty, missing both. And the Pelicans surrendering a 2015 draft pick that turned into Sandecker in exchange for Omer Ashik. Not a bad trade for a starting center.
Yeah, for a team that lacked a proven center after they gave up Robin Lopez, it made a lot of sense. And they doubled down on Omer and gave him a new $60 million contract in 2015. They hope that he's the answer inside and can play some minutes alongside AD.
Houston leading by 3. Right wing. Over in the corner, and Bahamute. Brown outside. To the wing on the left. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Trying his luck deep. It's hauled in by Diallo. Here's Tupan. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Look, you just don't like turnovers ever, but they happen. Hopefully they'll learn from that mistake.
Here's Tucker. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Rockets ahead, up by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, hot start, cool finish. What happened out there?
Well, we came out with a lot of energy, but in the second quarter it died down a little bit. You know, it's real. Everybody's very excited. You know, our team's excited, their team's excited, officials excited, you know what I mean? So we just got to calm down and play a little bit.
And I'm excited. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. They didn't stop fighting in the second quarter as they maintained most of their first quarter lead and now lead by 3 at the break. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, I like that they're aggressively going to the rack. That establishes an attitude, a certain toughness. They just need to stay committed to their game plan.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Pelicans.
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Without question, Trevor Ariza displaying his skills today.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Well, showed great discipline and only took good shots. So we'll see if he can keep that decision-making up here in the third.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. They've got Rajon Rondo, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Diallo. Then it's Holiday, and it's Hill in at the 3 spot. Anderson with the block. Gordon gets to Ariza. The 17-footer. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And New Orleans gets called for the foul. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far. The first one falls, and Anthony Davis is checked in for Diallo. Ariza hits them both. Pelicans trail by 5. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. 14 points for DeMarcus Cousins. The Rockets shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Rondo against Paul. Outside Gordon. Paul outside. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Hill for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
2 shots, gentlemen.
We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
first one falls for him. Gordon hits both of them. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. And stolen by Ariza. Paul kicks to Nene. From 11 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Nene's got the lead up to 7 now for the Rockets.
Bounced it through for the assist. Nice execution.
Cousins with a screen for Holiday. But they get it back. Cousins, the pass to Rondo. Kicks to Davis. Dishes it to Hill. Davis sets a screen. Feeds it to Holiday. Second chance shot. Cousins, no good.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
Nene. Nice D from Cousins.
Well, no way this is the start they wanted for the second half. Their offense better start getting it going soon. 1 of 4 here is not cutting it. He was in attack mode. Defense wasn't. Just too easy.
Here's Paul. After Drew Holiday's score. And the shot goes in. Paul's got 9 points.
Well, he is a huge reason why they have this lead.
Pelicans trail by 7. Outside Holiday. Davis with a screen on Gordon. Here's Cousins. Davis. This ball grabs the miss. Rockets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Out to the right wing. And Anderson kicks to Nene. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
Houston leading by 5. Al Gordon. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Releases. Here's Anderson. And coming into the league, Ryan Anderson had always been described as a happy-go-lucky type. Just a big heart and a kind, big kid. But a couple of years ago, Brent, he endured some tremendous adversity.
Well, you remember 2015 in the early part of January, that scary collision, Kevin, on the court, which ended the year requiring some neck surgery. And anytime you're up around the head area, you got to be really careful with any player in their future. After that lengthy recovery and some off-season training, Ryan Anderson has found his game once again.
And both free throws good for Anderson.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Rondo dishes to Holiday. And Cousins kicks to Rondo. And it's Davis at the elbow. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And that's 12 points for Anthony Davis.
When Anthony Davis gets the rock and lets it go from there, he just makes it look so incredibly easy.
And the basket by Gordon.
Oh, had his head on a swivel and found the open man. Nice assist.
Here is Rondo after Eric Gordon's bucket. Rondo passes to Holiday. Stolen by Nene. Here's the break. A pull-up. And Eric Gordon again. And now a 9-point Houston lead.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
And the attack mentality, I think he surprised the entire defense with that one. Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Houston leading by 7. Paul outside. Anderson the screen. Fires for 3. A shot by Paul, no good.
Not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at him, I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job of screening.
Rondo dishes to Hill. The shot comes out, and Houston the other way now. Paul kicks to Ariza. Anderson outside. Back to Ariza. Excellent D there from Hill.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Outside Rondo. There's the dish to Cousins. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Yeah, those are the shots that you expect him to make. You've seen it before, and so far, just not on his A game tonight.
The Rockets with another miss. Pelicans trail by 7, and there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game for the Rockets. Clint Capella comes in for Nene, and Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Anderson. Thompson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Ejuan Moore comes in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Moore. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Thompson kicks to Davis. Lets it go from 11. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Paul passes to Mbah-a-Moute with the shot. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
First free throw is good. And the Pelicans making a change here. And Mbah-a-Moute drops them both. Here's Moore, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Pass to Diallo. Now here's Thompson. He's guarded closely. From beyond the arc, drops in the tray. Thompson's got 11 points. Houston leading by 6. Out to the wing. Mbah-a-Moute dishes to Capella. To the middle. Moore with the steal. Ball stolen. Throws it up high. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And the Pelicans with possession here. Following the score by Houston. Hits the three-point bomb. Dupon's got his second bucket of the night.
And really no one trying to run him off that spot, so very calm as he drained that 3.
Out to the right wing. And Mbah-a-Moute kicks to Capella. Puts up a 3. Mbah-a-Moute can't get it to go. Pelicans trail by 5. The pass to Dupont. To the middle. Here's Cousins. No good that time. Some solid defense from Brown.
He just doesn't seem to be himself shooting the ball right now, guys. Just looks a tad bit uneasy, and that's affecting the result.
At the tip, it's hauled in by Diallo. New Orleans has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Moore, and Capella sends it back. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. The Pelicans making a switch here. Ashik's checked in. Thompson passes to Ashik, and then Ashik with the dunk.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Especially in a game that is this close, every possession counting. That was just one side wanting it more than the other.
On the wing, Brown. The feed to Capella. 4 on the clock. Leans inside, and Ashik sends it back. Wow! The Rockets with another miss. Pelicans trail by 3. Foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And to think that Omer Asik at one point was a top 5 defensive center in the NBA, but he's fallen off a little bit. I think a lot of the reason why is because the game is just changing. It might not sound like much, but with his offensive game far from being a strong suit, it's really hurting his value around the league.
And you look at the numbers for Asik last season, not rebounding as well or scoring, Brent, as well as he had. And his rate of turnovers, as your analytics tell you, going up.
Yeah, not great on the rim protection numbers last year. He showed some signs that he could be dominant down there, but that's fallen by the wayside. Less minutes and less activity for Asik. We'll see if he recovers this year.
And so it's Houston with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the middle, tipped away. Stolen by Thompson. And taken away by Brown. Here's the lob to the hoop. Rebound Asik. The Pelicans trail. And Thompson kicks to Moore. Knocked loose and taken away by Brown. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. He's got 6.
Hit his teammate right in stride. That's a great assist.
And Moore kicks to Asik. Here's Diallo. He's guarded by Mbamute. Diallo the pass to Moore. Asik with the bucket. Asik's got 9.
That's a high quality look for Asik, taking his time and coming away with the deuce.
Right wing. Here's Tucker. And he overshot that one, missing. New Orleans has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And it's Stepan missing. Houston's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. There's the pick. Tucker dishes to Mbamute.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Thompson passes to Diallo. Back to Thompson. New Orleans moving the ball around. No good from Stepan. Rockets leading by 4. He's covered by Thompson. Back to Tucker. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Here's Moore. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Makes it off the glass.
Oh, check out the handles. Their nasty spin move had his man grabbing for air.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Passes it to Diallo. Mbamute with the steal. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Tucker. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. .105 left in the 3rd quarter. And Thompson kicks it to Pond. Rebounded by Tucker.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
All instinctual because he knows where he needs to go and then force the opponent to do something about it.
With the teardrop, that one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Thompson.
I like that. Didn't force the jam, just happy to lay in the soft floater.
Brown dishes to Mbamute. Brown against Moore. Mbamute the pass to Capella. That one goes. Count it. Capella's got 8 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Moore with it. Screen by Osik. Thompson inside the line. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And we've reached the end of the third. Rockets lead by 8. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Rockets leading by 8. Chris Paul is out there with Gordon. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then it's Clint Capella. Then it's Nene. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Well, one thing that Chris Paul has always been known for is his presence, Greg, on the defensive end. Just a smart and fundamentally sound defender who knows certainly how to disrupt a ball handler.
No doubt. In the modern NBA, there are so many guards that can beat you one-on-one. But Paul makes your shots tougher than probably anybody else in the league. Still, with the quick hands, he will come up with more than his fair share of steals.
Free throw good, Paul. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Capella. Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans. Both free throws good from Paul. Pelicans trail by 10. Rondo kicks to Cousins. He dishes it to Hill. Pass to Rondo. Davis sets a screen. Paul against Rondo. And Hill has it in the corner. Here's Davis. The shot that time not on target. Some solid defense there by Nene. Paul dishes to Gordon. Tries a 3. Good D by Holiday. Well, for New Orleans, shooting around 41% on the night. Inside, Davis. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. Outside, Gordon. Anderson the screen. Gordon the pass to Anderson. Here's Nene. Tries again. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Rondo kicks to Holiday. That one wide left.
Well, he could not have been any more wide open, guys. Wow, I bet he nails that shot next time he gets a clean look.
To the inside. Here's Anderson. Gets the bucket and the foul. Davis. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Omer Asher, he's checked in for New Orleans.
And a former most improved player, Ryan Anderson, led the Pac-10 in scoring back at Cal Berkeley in his sophomore season. Truly a golden bear.
And Ryan Anderson led his high school, Oak Ridge, to a Division II state title.
Well, Ryan Anderson seems to be one of those guys who's just a grinder, not getting tons of national publicity and then bursting on the scene. And that scene happens to be the NBA.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
And the free throw game is something Asik can definitely work on. He's very hit and miss from there.
He hits the second from the line. Houston leading by 10. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Anderson the screen. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Brilliant move feeding him down the stretch. That last one was a dagger.
Now here's Asik. Back to Holiday. To the paint. Cousins. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Nene with the basket on the assist by Paul. And the Rockets lead by 14.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, some of that right now might be a lack of toughness, but you can't combine that with laziness. Guys are not crashing down and closing off those driving lanes. Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Tupon's checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move, or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
The defense arrived just in the nick of time to throw him off there. So fortunate he missed that one, guys.
Fires the three. And again, New Orleans has no up. Houston leading by 14. Paul outside. Nene left side. And stolen by Cousins. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Pelicans trail by 14. Right side Holiday.
And since halftime, he just doesn't have a clue when it comes to shooting.
And the 3 off target.
Man, this game would shift drastically if he was on tonight and making those shots that we normally see him hit. Yeah, I know the shot's been off just a smidge tonight, but he's contributed in other ways to help his team have the lead in this game so far. Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Paul against Rondo. Paul dishes to Anderson. The Rockets again can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Rondo kicks to Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Now here's Paul. Ariza outside. He kicks to Anderson. To the paint. Here's Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Cousins with a screen for Rondo. He feeds it to Cousins. Wide open. It's rebounded by Houston. Anderson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Paul kicks to Gordon. On the clock. Nene the pass to Ariza. And he gets the bucket. Ariza's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Rondo kicks it to Pond. Outside Rondo. Out left to the wing, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Monty Eunice is checked in for New Orleans. Screen by Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stolen by Anderson. Gordon for 3. Gordon with another miss.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
It's good. And that's 11 points for Hill.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
Gordon dishes to Paul. Anderson the screen. The drive by Paul, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. When you look at the growth of the game internationally, you have some that say the system of development is better abroad in Europe than other countries. What do you think?
Well, the club system, Kevin, over there, and having a player involved at the age of 12 years old all the way up to 20 years old, playing with your same countrymen, being pushed around by professionals, getting professional coaching, and the type of practice regimen that they have. Most of the time, 2-a-days practice for most of the season, that's going to get you in pretty good shape and teach you the fundamentals of the game.
And a lot of those fundamentals, a lot of those practices were established by former coaches from this country that would go over there and hold these summer camps.
That's right. A lot of them implemented what they learned from the coaches from the United States and then took them to the next level. And again, a lot of those coaches who travel from the United States to Europe really were instrumental in what it is that has now become the European development of basketball.
Yep, it counts. Gordon's got 10 points here in the second half.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Rondo passes to Ajinça. The rebound by Anderson. Rockets leading by 15. Paul outside. He wants to get it to Nene and does. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Pull up Shea. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Paul. To the wing right side. Anderson. He's off on that one. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Here's Holiday. And it falls over the rim and in.
You have to admire the fact that Holiday never plays outside of himself, at least not there. That shot was well within the offensive game plan. He rises up and sinks it.
Now here's Anderson. Lets it go from 11. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
And it's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Another shot, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
And it's a result of the defense not doing its job in the low post, boxing out and preventing second chance points.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. And here is Paul. On the wing, Eric Gordon kicks it to Capella. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Thompson, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. And that one misses. Pelicans trail by 10. Holiday with the 3. Eric Gordon grabs the board. Gordon's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle, here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Feeds to Thompson. Here is Rondo, screened by Cousins. Hill left side. And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Hill.
That's an experienced decision by Holiday to fire that pass to the open man.
Houston's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Paul kicks to Capella. Back to Paul. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Anderson. Stolen by Thompson. Hill dishes to Rondo. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, another 10-cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from 3-point range. This is not a 4th quarter he's going to want to remember.
Pelicans trail by 13. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
Here is Rondo. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 3rd assist on the night. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Deflects the pass. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Here's Anderson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Anderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, Anderson does a good job of knowing he can get his shot off at any time. Even when they're up on him, he just has the wherewithal to bury jumpers.
Now here's Rondo. Screen by Cousins. Rondo kicks to Thompson. Drops in the tray.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
Man, I would have loved to have been a fly in the wall while the coach was talking to the team at halftime. They've been unconscious from deep.
Here's Paul. This is to Anderson. And the shot no good, a bit short. Pelicans trail by 10. Hill passes to Rondo. The dish to Cousins. Off the mark, get a chance to trim it to single digits. Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Rondo against Paul. Shoots from 12. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Rondo dishes to Holiday. And he gets the bucket.
Hit his teammate right in stride. That's a great assist.
55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rockets shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Ariza kicks to Paul. There's a good screen. Gordon, the pass to Ariza. 4 on the shot clock. Unloads. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
A shot by Thompson. No one's around. Off target with his 3. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Gordon. So we see the Rockets get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, what does a win like this do for you at this time of the season?
Hopefully it gives us a little momentum. We got a tough stretch coming up. We got our back-to-back next week, so hopefully it just gives us a little momentum.
We'll see if he can keep it going again. Thanks, Chris. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul. And Shaq, I can tell you want to say something. Your comments?
So many point guards in the league today are great scorers, and Chris Paul is definitely one of them. Add in his passing and leadership skills, and you've got an almost perfect one guard. My man CP3 was dialed in tonight.
The assists were coming fast and furious for him, man. Always sharp, crisp passes that led to easy baskets. You gotta love to see him play like that.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people here.
The long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Poles, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.